Now on this first Team Kentucky update of the year, we'll open it up to questions. We have 3 journalists with us, 4 that are on the line, and 1 that's been submitted. So we'll start with Karen Czar.
Governor, a bill has been filed to ban immigrant citizens from holding local offices. Would you veto that? Would you support that if that passed? Also, do you have any comment on the fatal ICE shooting in Minnesota?
So I haven't read the bill. My first question is just constitutionality, and that's something that anybody should look at because typically with the requirements for any office are set out by the Constitution. When we look at what happened in Minnesota, it was foreseeable. It's preventable. It's tragic. And the response by this administration is grossly irresponsible. It's foreseeable because this administration is encouraging ICE to act aggressively across the nation. They're celebrating the very aggressive and sometimes violent takedowns and raids. They are putting out videos of people's wrists and legs being shackled. They are going and tweeting when elected officials are arrested by asking questions or wanting to see a detention center. I've never seen a government agency push a group of law enforcement to be as aggressive and use the words of aggressiveness that I have with what is being pushed out there on ICE. It's also tragic. This is a 38-year-old single mother that leaves, I think, a 6-year-old orphan who was killed in the middle of a subdivision in Minnesota. And given that this is an officer-involved shooting, what has happened in virtually every other scenario is we say we need to make sure we get through this investigation because each one has to be investigated by law enforcement. But what do we see from this administration, including the ultimate boss of ICE, Kristi Noem? Before any investigation had even started, she called this 38-year-old single mom a domestic terrorist without getting the results from law enforcement. President Trump's already gone on the record calling her the aggressor. This is a U.S. citizen. That's supposed to be her president. In all of these, the responsible thing to do is to let the investigation play out, even when tensions are heightened. And I've lived through this. You have to let the facts ultimately speak for themselves out of the investigation. And I think the American people are seeing these aggressive tactics, not to this level, but aggressive tactics more so than you see from any other law enforcement. I mean, where else do we see somebody grabbed, thrown in the back of a vehicle, taken to another state, and only then do they say, oh, we should have checked your papers closer, you're an American citizen, and then released. Or you're here legally and then released. I mean, number one, we've got to go about this entirely different than we are right now. Yes, we need secure borders, but how we enforce our laws shows our humanity or lack of it. And this administration is definitely showing a lack of it. But to all those officers out there, they take oaths of office. They're required to follow the law. I'd encourage them to do their job the right way. Right? They're not a member of the military. They are a member of a form of law enforcement inside the United States. And I wish that 38-year-old mom was still with us because now that 6-year-old, who I think lost her dad or the male figure in her life not long before, is going to grow up without either of them. All right, McKenna.